Hello, my name is Malik, your freshman four for your men's Texas Tech basketball team. I'm here with Coach Fran, Fraschilla.
Pleasure to see you, man.
Mr. Big 12, always commentating on our Big 12 games. Out here, was a former coach actually coaching this event, and what are your favorite memories of being a coach?
Oh man, I had one memory that was terrific. 1995, I was a young head coach, and I coached at a little school called Manhattan College. Mm-hmm. It sounds big, but it only had about 2,500 students. We were the 13th seed. We knocked off the Oklahoma Sooners in the NCAA tournament. They were a 4 seed. And that was a fun memory for me because almost all my wife's family are OU guys. But that day they wore green and white. They rooted for Manhattan. But that's probably my greatest memory because I was part of like the Cinderella story upset specials, and it's still one that people who know the tournament think back to, and they always mention it to me.
So I bet family reunions are pretty fun after that, huh?
Well, you know, we buried the hatchet. We buried the hatchet. We're all good now.
You've been able to commentate on some of the March Madness games, so probably what's one of the greatest games you commentated in this event or just overall?
Well, I've done, ESPN doesn't have the tournament itself, but I've been at ESPN 15 years. I have done the NCAA tournament on radio and the Final Four. One of the really cool things, Malik, is I did the international television feed of the Final Four that goes around the world.
Wow.
And that's really cool because it goes to all the armed forces bases of the United States, also cruise ships. So I had a couple people, friends of mine, that were on cruise ships in the Caribbean, and they said, "Hey, we watched you in the Final Four." I said, "How'd you do that?" He goes, "Well, we were on this ship on vacation, and there you were. You popped up on our screen." So I've been around this event a long time, and as you know, as a player, and especially what you guys have been through over the last couple of weeks, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Memories I'm making for life right here.
Yeah.
So being a coach, there's always that one guy that sticks out to you in your coaching career that either led your team or made big plays in his career, just his work ethic and practice. Who's your favorite player you've ever coached?
Well, I coached 18 guys that played in the NBA. But my favorite of all time, I was coaching at St. John's, and you probably even know this guy. He used to go by the name of Ron Artest.
Yeah.
And he now goes by Meta World Peace, and I'm responsible for him. See, I'm responsible for him being crazy, but in all honesty, he was so intense as a player that I love that. Because you may not quite remember my coaching career, but I was intense. And so people always ask me, "How did you coach Ron Artest?" And I said, "Well, I was crazier than he was." And to keep him in line, but we still have a great relationship. He's had an incredible career. And, Ron's miscast sometimes because of the malice at the palace, the fight between the Pacers and the Pistons. But in reality, he's done a lot. He does a lot of great stuff. He was the NBA's Citizen of the Year one year for stuff he did in Africa. He was a great player with a long career. Now he's probably going to end up on reality TV, and I think he's doing that now. But he's probably the most memorable player and the best player I've ever coached because he was a great talent and a great personality. He got a little personality like you. He shines in front of the camera.
I
don't think you're as crazy.
I'm just trying to get to your level one day. Hopefully I can get to that.
You're on the way. You are on the way.
Well, thank you, Coach. It was an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And this has been another episode of Malik's Minute.
Honor for me to be on the show with him.